I think that believing in the one ruins relationships and ruins your chances at successful relationships, and here is why. Because the one is this mystical, magical figure, like a unicorn, the one, the chosen one, the one true partner. And when we have that kind of mindset, it kind of affects the way you view people. You're filtering them based on if they're the one or not. And this really goes back to my last video. What ruins relationships? Unmet expectations and lack of communication. Okay, so if my expectation is that this person is the one, the holy grail of relationship partners, I'm just setting myself up for failure because I have such a high expectation of that person that when they're not up to my standard, when they are failing to be perfect or the one like, it's just, wow, they're not, maybe this isn't the one. It's so easy to go down that path. And objectively, whether you believe in God or not, you could argue that in God's sovereignty or the way God runs the show, that maybe he puts a partner in your life that was created or designed for you. But you have to understand that the God character in the Bible doesn't think like you think. The God character would give you a partner that wouldn't be necessarily what you would think or want. It's more like what you need. And I'll give you an example of that. Sometimes, let's just say you have an issue with unforgiveness. Okay, you have a really big problem with unforgiveness. The God may make your one somebody who messes up all the time and needs to be forgiven continuously to build that skill. One of the things that in the Bible, at least, it talks about as far as like partnership goes is the two people coming together are designed to make each other more like Christ or more like God, more godlike. And what better partner to give you than the one who exposes all of your problems? Oh shit, this person makes me so insecure. Fuck, why did God have to give me such a baddie? I'm so scared to lose her. You know? All of your expectations of what the one should be become shattered when you just come to the reality of what God would choose the one to be for you. Now, I'm not saying that they're not going to be your best friend or you're going to be dissatisfied with the one, but I think you should just stop believing in the one. I think you should just be open to what's available. Now, here's the thing. For me, when I'm choosing a partner, it's not that I view them as the one. It's I view them via a checklist of kind of what qualities I'm looking for. I really do not like liars. I'd prefer someone who's going to be honest even when it's not comfortable and able to be vulnerable with their emotions and things. If you can be able to open up, it's just those two things help build trust, and I need a partner I can trust. So for me, that's not unrealistic to expect somebody to be someone who I can trust. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that you cannot trust. So having one of the checklist items for what I would look for is somebody that you can trust. Okay, and that's not unrealistic at all. I think that would be something that you should do as well. You want somebody that you can trust, okay? But we want to have a list of things that are realistic and attainable. There are people out there that you can trust, okay? So that's just one of the things that I would say. But the reality is, I'm not believing in the one. The one is a fantasy. You have to understand that the one, Prince Charming, whatever the female version of Prince Charming is. I don't know, a stripper. I don't know. um, so I'm just messing with you guys. Um, anyways, just having this fantasy of what this person is going to be like is an unmet. It's an expectation that is unrealistic. Okay, we have to be real with what we want. And some things that are more realistic to think of is, I want a friend. I want somebody to build a life with, to serve God with, to just travel with, somebody who would be a logistical partner in the house, somebody who maybe, I'm not going to diss on any romance. Maybe somebody who is kind of into that romantic stuff that you're into, but it's not like a fantasy thing. So what I want to do is to help you have better relationships is just get you grounded in reality. I see so many people that have unmet expectations. They stay single, or they're just unsatisfied, or always looking for something better because their expectations are just too high, like the one God has for you. I've seen like people, like Christian people talking online, like, I'm waiting for God's best. And I honestly think that that's like some weird fantasy that isn't even necessarily realistic. I don't necessarily believe in God's best because it kind of gives me the view that somebody that you're going to look down on somebody else who could be a good partner just because you don't view them as God's best. I mean, to me, God's best means what you think the one is. So I would just encourage you to be grounded in reality. Now, dreams do come true. I'm sure there might be a perfect person out there, but you have to understand that the perfect person for you is not necessarily what you want. Humans are a horrible predictor of the future, okay? And you may pick somebody that you think is perfect, and you get that perfect thing, and a couple years down the road, you're like, man, you know what? Prince Charming ain't like that charming anymore. Kind of got fat. So just think about that, okay? Just think about that the one is potentially an unrealistic goal. And if we want to have better relationships, you may have to get out of your own way. See, the one is just a story you told in yourself. You told to yourself about reality. The one is this mental block. I'm imagining the one. I'm imagining this. And when it doesn't line up with that, may say no to somebody who would be an A+ partner that would be better than the one that you dreamed or fantasized up, but just so happens that they're a person instead of a werewolf. So just think about that. The one might be holding you back. I don't believe in the one. I believe in choosing some traits that you're looking for and being somewhat open-minded, as long as they fit in the categories of those traits, okay? And via that, you get to choose, well, you know what? This person fits in that category for me. I'm going to decide that they're the one. The one, I decided that they're the one. Okay, well, this person was available. You know what? I'm deciding that they're going to be the one. Is more of a better mindset to have. Not the one exists and I'm looking for them. It's a person, I'm looking for a person that fits the categories and I'm going to make them the one, is a way I would maybe reframe that. So hope this just gave you something to think about. Just want to remind you that my videos are just perspective. I'm not here to diagnose or fix any of your fucking problems. I am just here to give you perspective. see, as iron sharpens iron, so does one person sharpen another. And my mindset might give you a little perspective that you never thought of before. And you might be thinking, huh, you know what? That actually sounds pretty good. That actually helps me. I did have a mental block, and I'm glad that I could see from this person's perspective. So have a wonderful day, guys. Hope that helps.